Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Garage in the Peach Capital of the state. Baby boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to final prime the fenders and the bumper. I was gonna bring the hood in here and I was like, nah, I'll catch that on another day. So we're gonna do the fenders and the front bumper. Front bumper don't need maybe 2 coats. You know, front bumper probably don't need but like 2 coats of primer. So the fenders gonna need a little bit more, I think. I feel, but it'll be all right. So. And we're going to use the 1.3 RP. We're going to use this gun today. We're going to use this one. Now it's not a primer gun, but it's a 1.3 RP. I hadn't used it in a while. It's actually my clear gun for high solids. So we're going to use it for this CRE 321. I got it mixed 2 to 1 to 1. I don't need as much build on the fenders as I did the doors. So we're going to do it 2 to 1 to 1. And I've already mixed it up. So I've already done all the prep stuff before we started. Like I said, I've already I've already got everything wiped down, ready to go. Got all that stuff. I need to go get my trash cans. Got all that stuff done before I went live. So I figured do that, save a little time. If anybody wants to see how to do that, they can go back and watch the video from the other day. I guess. So we're gonna get these primed. It's 3 o'clock. I still don't know if I'm gonna go to that birthday party or not. I mean, I should go because I was invited, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So we will see what happens. Let a few people get in here. We're gonna wait about. What's up, Henry? We're gonna wait about the 10-minute mark, and then we're gonna go in there in the booth and we're gonna start spraying. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Because once I go in there, it's gonna be loud. I ain't gonna be able to talk. Then we got the new respirator. It's in the bag. Sealed it up from the other day. I need to go to Harbor Freight, but I also need to go to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby ain't open on Sundays. I should go today. What's up, Mike? But I don't know. Yep. Yeah, it's 70. It's about 72 degrees. Is what it says. About 72 degrees. I had to turn off Wi-Fi calling. So like I said, we've already got the CRE mixed up. It's 2 to 1 to 1. We're actually going to use the Route 66 gun. Now this is actually my clear gun, and we cleaned this morning, so we're going to have to clean it again. But this is a 1.3 RP. I haven't used it in a while, so we just need primer surfacer. So final prime. So I mixed up some CRE 321. Do you like using House of Color paints? Did you ask me that earlier? All paints. I mean, I don't have no particular favorite. I mean, I got some House of Colors. I got some House of Colors. Paint. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're not all the same. It just depends on what you want. I believe I did. Your internet was breaking. It's like breaking up right now. Is it breaking up now? Yeah, it's overpriced. When the old man got out of it and sold it to his kids. Oh. So earlier when I said House of Colors is not House of Colors no more. When the old man now Jim, he's been there forever. You know, my friend Shorty, you know, Javiera from Texas, from Shorty's Paint, he's been spraying House of Colors since he been spraying. He's been House of Colors since day one. There's nothing wrong with House of Colors. House of Colors is just not House of Colors like they used to. When the old man pretty much sold out and sold it to his kids, everything changed. And I hear a lot of people say it's not the same, blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't spray it enough to have a dog in the fight. I just know what I spray, like the Galaxy Gray. That's a good color. Some of their candies and stuff is a good color, but we still good? Hey, Mike, we still good? Hey, Mike, are we still good? Okay. Who are my top 3 painters of all time? Are you talking about like custom painting? Are you talking about production painting? You talking about graphic painting? I mean, that's like a box of chocolates, man. That's a whole well, you got to put all the Godfathers of custom all in one pot. Gene Winfield, you know, he passed away last year. Had a lot of stuff I was going to do with Gene Winfield. Was actually going to do a paint class here. Me and him had talked about it. I got the text messages to prove it. He was going to do he was going to do a paint class. He wanted to do a paint class on the now this is what Gene told me when I talked to him on the phone. He wanted to do a paint class on the East Coast, and everybody wanted to charge him like $5,000-$10,000 just to use the shop. And I told him, because I wanted to take his metal fabricating class and his painting class, where Gene Winfield designed the fade paint job. He's the godfather of that, right? Of a lot of other things. He said that there was a shop on the East Coast. I'm not going to say what state it was in, but they wanted to do they said that they would do a 3-day class, but they wanted $10,000 for to host the class. That's what they wanted. And I told Gene, that's just absolutely that right there is just absolutely unacceptable. And he said he wished he had a car that was ready to spray to do his traditional, his fade paint job on it. And I said, well, god damn, I got a car we can do a damn fade on. And he's like, what you got? And I sent him, what's up, Kerry? I sent him pictures of my 54. And he said, absolutely. Let's find a shop somewhere where we can host the class. I said, you ain't got to find no shop. You can have the shop here. And he's like, what's up, Chance? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, I got a shop. I have paint classes here. We can do like a small 10 people class or whatever. And he's like, what's it going to cost me? And I said, it ain't going to cost you a damn dime. I'm not going to charge. You going to charge Gene Winfield to use your shop to teach a class? You absolutely lost your damn mind. You absolutely lost your damn mind. So we in 2024 we had it set up for 2025, and then y'all know his healthcare provider allegedly beat him up, sold all of his stuff, got him in back. If you've been following Gene Winfield, you know the story. She allegedly took a bunch of deposits on the class, and then Gene got sick. Then he found out he had cancer, and then they stole all of his stuff, and it just knocked the wind out of his sails. And then, unfortunately, Gene passed away. He was 98 years old. Exactly, SWC. Exactly. So I regret that I didn't take any of Gene's classes in the past, because they were out in Nevada, out west, and they would fill up like that. We're about to spray some final primer. So appreciate it, Elko. Yeah. So I actually talked to Gene. About 2 months before he passed away, and he was still in good spirits about taking a paint class. He said, when I get better, and I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. But I already had friends, that I talked to, said he was in pretty bad shape. But he lived to be 98 years old, and just imagine all the shit that Gene Winfield had forgot. Now, Gene Winfield is at the top of the list. He's like the alpha, you know what I mean? He's like the GOAT. And then you got the lead sled. You got all those guys in there. So I guess the next person would be Javier, Shorty's Paint out in Texas. And him. And man, there's so many others, man. But just the names right off the top of my head would be Shorty from Iron Resurrection, or Shorty's Paint, Javiera. I think a lot of him. He's my buddy. He always tells me, I seen him stuff, and he's supposed to have a paint, like a custom airbrushing class in Texas, and I want to take it. And he asked me one time on the phone, he's like, why you want to take my class? I said, I just want to take your class to be taking your class. He's like, hell, I'll put you to work, brother. I said, hey, it's okay. As long as you feed me tacos and damn sopes, we good. You know what I mean? We good. Right. What's up, Angie? And then probably the other one would be Freddie Carson. Freddie Carson a lot of people don't know this. Freddie Carson was like the head guy at Rocky Mountain Collision Auto out in Utah, and he painted for Ken Diggett on the side. That wasn't his main gig. His main gig was Rocky Mountain Collision. That was his main gig. What's up, Anonymous? And he painted for Ken Diggett on the side at Bitchin' Rides. That was his side gig. He would work all day at Rocky Mountain Collision, leave Rocky Mountain Collision, go to Ken Diggett, walk in, and everything would be ready. He'd do some final stuff, and then he would paint all night long, stacking clear, and then go back to Rocky Mountain Collision in the morning and work all day. And if you know Freddie Carson, I took a paint class in Utah with him, and I posted some videos up in my videos. Now we're about to go spray some primer, so y'all don't go too far. So Freddie, yeah, that's right. He would yeah, Freddie done that. And then if you follow Freddie, I'm not going to get into any other business with it, but if you follow Freddie, you know where he's at now. So Freddie actually owns FCR Customs. He actually has he's actually out on his own. They do some phenomenal work. Phenomenal. And so you got Gene Winfield, and you got Shorty, and then you have Freddie Carson, and then there's a lot of other people in there. Charlie, I'm friends with Charlie. Charlie does phenomenal work. So it's hard for me, it's hard for me to say my top three. You know, we're gonna put Gene over here by himself, right? So you got you got Shorty you got Shorty Javiera, you got Freddie Carson, you got Gene you got Charlie Hutton, you got Ryan Evans from Count Customs. So you got Charlie Hutton, no particular order. You got Charlie Hutton, you got Freddie Carson, you got Javiera, you got Ryan Evans. Can't forget about Horny Mike. You got Horny Mike. You got Andy. Man, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So you can't. What's up, more Mac? I can't just say this person, because I never forget one time in a chat one time, and you know Freddie don't get online and start chatting a lot because he just don't like it. He just don't like the drama bullshit. But somebody asked him one time, said, I'm gonna call you out and we're gonna paint for paint. We're gonna see who the best painter is. And Freddie said, well, what the hell are we gonna do that for? He's like, we're gonna see who the best painter is. And Freddie said, there's no such thing, because everybody sprays different, everybody has their own technique, everybody has everything. So you can't just pick one person. I have people that I look up to. I have people that I look up to in the industry. So when you say who's the best painter, to me, there's really not a best painter. Everybody has their own niche. Everybody has their own thing, what they do. So I'm just fortunate enough and blessed to call these guys my friends, because I've learned a lot from them. Like y'all say, y'all learn a lot from me, which is very humbling. I've learned a lot from them, and still learn. And I talk to them occasionally. You know, I'll send a message, or they'll send me messages and whatnot. But it's all good in the neighborhood. What is your niche? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, Mike. I don't know what my niche is. All right, so the hardest color to work on is black. No. You mean to spray or to do the body work? What are you talking about? Yeah, silver. Yeah, silver. Switchback silver. Toyota. You got to get all the body work right, man. All the body work has to be right. Switchback silver. Toyota switchback silver. Any switchback silver, man, is rough. Is rough. All the body work has to be right. You can spray anything and make it slicker than a mosaic. A lot of people look at a paint job and say, damn, that paint job looks like shit. But the paint job looks really, really good, but the body work looks like a damn washboard. So it is what it is. Silver sucks a big dog. Switchback silver. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Right here. It can be called switchback silver, switchblade silver, radiant silver. Right here. This right here is switchback silver, right? So this is everything that's in switchback silver. Coarse aluminum, medium bright aluminum, gold mica, green shade blue, micro flat, flattening agent, fine silver, bright silver, flattening agent, accelerator, clear, binder, and medium coarse shimmering silver or aluminum. That's all in this. So when I show you this color, you'll know what I'm talking about, Mike. Any silver, like especially switchback, anything with high metallics, especially a silver. God damn, I hate white. I hate spraying white. I hate spraying white. Mike, this is switchback silver. That right there, that is a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. I hate white. White's hard to see. All right, so I was telling you about this little tool right here. That right there, that spikes the corner. That spikes the corner of the lid so the paint will drain back in there. Yeah, switchback silver. I'm telling you, man. You see people paint silver and it look like a damn zebra. All right. When you shoot that silver right there, it looks like you done turned it. Oh yeah, for sure. That shit is everywhere. All right, so like I said, I already got the fenders. All right, we've been on here 20 minutes. Hit the thumbs up. Now we're gonna go in here. I'm not putting no suit on because this is the final primer, so I really don't give a shit. We're gonna sand it with 400 and 500. But I got the fenders in there and I got the bumper in there. I do not have the hood in there because I just didn't want to deal with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to tape the bottom of it. I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. But let's get in here. Oh, and I am going to use my SATA, my Route 66, which is a 1.3 RP. It's been a while since I used this. This is actually my clear gun, but we're going to use it for final primer. It'd be all right. We'll clean it again. It'd be all good. Long as she acts right. If she don't act right, we'll go get a different gun. So. Hey fellas, I gotta take my shoes off and go put my boots on. Because if I spray primer in these shoes, it's gonna ruin them. So y'all hang tight, let me go get my boots.
Let's try again. I guess the gun's mad at me because I ain't used it in a while.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm losing. Something ain't right. Something is right. It's like it's something. I don't understand. Use this gun in a while. I'm gonna get my other